Oh, sorry about that. Trying some new technology here, and I'm still getting the hang of it. So apologize for the little bit of music there. My name is Diane DeWald. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up. And last week I did a demonstration with some of the New Horizons watercolor paper, and I was going to do a video making 48 cards from one piece of there's 12 designs in the packet of 6x6 paper, and I was going to do 48 cards in this week's demonstration, but I'll do that next week. This week I was so excited. There's a little stamp set in the mini catalog that runs January to June of this year, and it is found on page 39. It's this Oceanfront. I scrolled past it time and time again the last couple of months and saw a couple demonstrators doing some really cute projects, and I have a lot of friends and family that just absolutely love ocean. I love the ocean. I love Siesta Key in Florida. So I went ahead and bought it and made a couple cards this week, and I am so in love with this stamp set. So let me put that aside, and I'll try not to get you glaring here, but this is the stamp set. So you've got sky and ocean and your beachfront, and I've had people or seen people use this inverted the other way as a cloud in the sky, which is really cool. Got a bunch of plants here, a couple different types of rocks, and some sand. I'm going to use these three, this rock and all of the vegetation in today's demonstration. And I'm also going to use our Stamparatus. I'm making 4 cards today with you all. And the Stamparatus really makes this easy to do. Then there's a couple different stamps. I wanted some birds up in the sky, and there's a couple different, I think there's a Sail Away stamp set, which has got a series of 3 birds. I like this one here from On the Horizon. I used this last week in last week's video, so I've got that already mounted up on a stamp. So let's go ahead and get started. Oops, can't put that aside yet. And try not to do, let's see, glare, glare, glare. Don't want that glare. There. So what I like to do with the Stamparatus is when I'm inking it up, and I discovered earlier this week, there's, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little bit of a grid to the plastic pieces. Sorry for the glare. There's a smooth side, and then there's the side that it's printed on. I think you can hear that. Printed side down. It just makes it when you're trying to press from this side, when you don't have that resistance of the printing. So we'll do the same thing up here. Whoops, wrong side. Let me flip that around. And I need another stamp set up there. Birds are already out of here, so let's see. Okay, that's giving you some glare there, so let me find another piece of cardstock to put over that. There, I think that's a little better, so apologize. So we are using, for the most part, these photopolymer stamps, and you really need, I think you can see that, some cushion or foam, and Stampin' Up this is an addition to the Stamparatus, and I don't have it in the catalog. Annual catalog, Stamparatus. I should have had this marked, and I didn't. Sorry. It's been a crazy day. Okay, let's go to the table of contents. So, accessories, not the stamp sets. Stamparatus, page 144. I was just going right by it. So, Stamparatus comes with just a regular piece of foam and not the one with the grid paper. So, or the grid top. So it's the Stamparatus itself is $49. That way you can get placement time and time again if you're going to do 4 cards like you're doing today. I'm not real good at eyeballing using the acrylic blocks, and you could actually use the Stamparatus for all of your stamping and not utilize the blocks, although I have both, as you can see. So let's go ahead and we'll get our 4 card bases, or excuse me, bases for the front layers. 2, 3, and 4. And what I like to do when I'm sitting watching TV in the evening, I go and take all of my cardstock. I have the very vanilla here, and then the basic white. I just go ahead and get it already pre-cut in the normal 5 1/4 by 4, which is your standard front or inside. So with the Stamparatus, it comes with, I should pull these off before, your little magnets. And for these cards, let's go ahead and this first one, there, get that anchored down. And lay this down first. So the side piece, we're going to go ahead and pick that up. And the inks we're using today, and I will have in the description of the video a link to all of the supplies I'm using, but there, as you can see, there are quite a number of inks that we're using. So Balmy Blue, Pool Party, Coastal Cabana, Sahara Sand, Gray Granite, Soft Suede, and Mossy Meadow. So, oh, and the Memento Tuxedo Black for the birds. So sorry, I'm apologizing a lot today. So we don't need those yet. I'm going to do the sky first. And we're going to do this first one and just get this one all set up. And that way we can do the other 3. Oops, hang on. There is something on this stamp. There. Don't know what that was. So rub your hand around. I've seen other people, sorry, the table's shaking. See, I didn't get a really good impression over there. Sometimes these magnets kind of get in the way. So I'm just going to use that little guy. Yeah, that magnet's in the way. So there. perfect. So see if we can do it that way. Get those magnets out of the way. So the next piece we need is the ocean. We're going to line him up right there. We're going to take this top. Problem with these photopolymer stamps is they're really sticky, and they're going to stick to the cardstock. So I'm going to do 2 stamps with this. I'm going to do Pool Party and Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to do the lighter one first. Use that. This is a brayer. I have a jelly pad that I make my own backgrounds with. It's not sold by Stampin' Up, so I can't show you that. But the brayer I use to kind of get some pressure. There have been some demonstrators out there that there's a tool. I'm not quite sure what it's called. I've not seen it. So now we're going to take the Coastal Cabana. Just kind of lightly. We don't want real dark there. And lay that back down. Do a quick swipe across. Oh, let's get some more. Yeah, it's not inking it up well, so let's try that again. This is what I love about the Stamparatus. If you get the first impression and it's not quite what you want, there we go. Love that. So try not to stick my hands here. Oh, and I forgot to do the rock. Well, we're going to do the rock next. Gray granite. And next time we're going to do this at the same time. So get him lined up. Again, that's sticky. Gray granite. That's what I've got. Yep. Just make sure you don't hit the ocean, otherwise you're going to have gray. Well, there could be some gray seas. So get that guy pressed down. Get him really good. Ooh, perfect. Now I cut out from some Post-it. I'm going to mask this guy off because when I put the sand down, I don't want the sand to show through, and that's what I didn't want the water to show through. So the next one we're going to do it right, or what I consider right. So I have the sand mounted on this stamping block, and what we're doing for this, oh gosh, I got some my cat's been up here. I have cat hair on that. Oh, sorry. So you see you've got a long edge and then this jagged edge. This is going to be the side you want against the ocean. So I'm using Sahara sand for this. We're going to ink that up and line it up. And you're going to stamp right over those rocks. And we're going to add a little dimension to the sand. Oh, that little guy went with it. He's not very sticky. There. Oops. Gotta get that guy out of the way. And wow, it's big. See how sticky these stamps are? Where is my... I have some double-sided tape somewhere. Repositional. Here we are. So I'm just going to put a smidgen of this on the bottom. Wow, that really doesn't want to stick to that. There. Okay. See how we got a little bit of dimension there? Okay, what's next? Next is some plants, vegetation. So, 2 things of vegetation. I said I was going to do 3, but we're only going to do 2. So I have the soft suede and little fronds. Those are really pretty when you're doing photography. And I'm going to line that up with the beach right there. And then we can remove this little guy. We don't need him at the moment. And I want the mossy meadow. Mossy meadow. Just going to put that right there at the edge of that rock. I'll do another one. And there you go. Beautiful watercolor beach scene. Let's see if we can turn that down just a little. That way you don't have it so bright there. There we go. Okay. So let's repeat this, except this time let's not have the water showing through. And we're going to do 4 of those. So I want to redo this. So I lined it up down here with the 5 and the 1. And I'm just going to put this little guy down here at the moment. And we're going to do this rock and the ocean at the same time. So balmy blue for the ocean. Let's go ahead and get that all inked up. And it was gray granite for the rocks. Lay those down. Let's spray this a little. Yep, that magnet keeps interfering. Look at that. So the next one we're going to try a trick that I saw somebody do this morning. And that really should have cut that back out. So ocean, start with the lightest. Let's get the pool party. And we'll get some Coastal Cabana on there to give it some variation of color. Roll that real quick. And I'm just not doing a very good job of inking this stamp up. So I'm in Central Ohio and we are bracing for bad weather. We'll see what happens. Sand. Sand is next. So we've got this again and we're doing Sahara sand. And we'll get this. Stamp this twice. Give it a little bit of dimension there. And then we can pull this guy off. Set him aside. Set that aside. Soft suede on these guys. Line it up. Get it semi-straight. Ooh, I like that. Then mossy meadow right down here. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. Oh, sky. See how easy this is? Oh. See what I did? I inked the rock with the blue. Easy to do. And let's braid this down. I have a feeling that magnet's going to interfere with that rock. Nope, it interfered with this. So let's move that. Oh, I did say I was going to try that trick. Oh, perfect. Ocean. Pool party. My pool party may need, oh, hang on. Let's mask off those rocks. See, this guy is, and I just moved that. So, nice thing is I lined it up there. So, oh, perfect. Okay, Coastal Cabana, just a couple little splotches. Perfect. And, oh, I need to leave that guy because we want sand. Get them all lined up there. There. Let's pull this guy off. And soft suede. I have not mastered the having a conversation and stamping at the same time, so my apologies. Mossy Meadow. Beautiful. Okay, the trick I saw was somebody took just the regular Stampin' Seal and they just put a smidge. So it really doesn't move a whole lot. It moves a little, but not a whole lot. So we're just experimenting. You're my guinea pigs. So let's get this guy all inked up. Let's get that rock with the gray granite. Ooh, oh, beautiful. Hey, I like this. So, pool party. After we mask this guy off a little bit. Oh, I like that. Oh, we're going to have to do that with every one of them now. Okay, pull this little guy off. Oh, no, no, not yet. We need to get the sand on there. Oh, look at that. And the soft suede. And the Mossy Meadow. And just pull that up. Last one. A little bit of, yeah, that adhesive did, but that's why I've got undo. That'll take that up really quickly. It is an adhesive remover. It's not sold by Stampin' Up. I got it in Amazon. I'll have a link down below. And it literally will take adhesive off of everything. And last week, before my, actually a couple weeks ago now, I was cleaning my scissors and dumped the bottle over, and I had some already done cards on my craft table, and it went all over the cards. So I panicked and I let them dry. Now I did have to restick a few things, but the images and the ink and the cardstock, it all dried and there was no damage. Awesome, awesome product. So let's get the sky all inked up. Let's get the rock. Oh, look at that. That's so gorgeous. I love this stamp set. Makes me want to go to Florida right now. Instead of gray winter snowy weather that we're going to be having here shortly. Okay, ocean with pool party. Like that. Get the Coastal Cabana on there, just a little smidge of color. I'm going to do the pool party again over here. Really ink that up on this larger side. There. Okay. Sand. Look at that. That's gorgeous. And soft suede. Mossy Meadow. Okay, and there we go. Our fronts are pretty much done. Let me just move these off to the side. I'll clean those up when we are done. Just don't want to stick my hands in them. I'll move this aside. We don't need any of the blues, the greens. Don't want the Mossy Meadow, and I don't need the gray granite, because we are going to quickly, I do need the mossy. Get this guy out of the way. We're going to do our insides really quick, decorating them. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sand. Sahara sand. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I wonder what it would look like if I flip the stamp over. So we're going to try that. I didn't do that before. I'm liking it the other way. There. Okay, get that set aside. We don't need Sahara sand anymore. Soft suede, yes. Just going to put some of these down here on the bottom. Just like that. Okay, we are done with that. And Mossy Meadow. Just gonna put a little bit of, yeah, look at the green at the other side. How's that? Perfect. Okay, those inks are done. Now, sentiments. For sentiments on the inside, let's go ahead and get that one done. You can use whatever sentiment you have on hand. I just wanted to use the sunny sentiments on the inside. I love this little saying here, hoping your birthday is filled with all the best things. So I have that all mounted up. I could do it on the Stamparatus. That way I would get it lined up straight. I'm not the best at getting this stuff on straight, so you may see a few things off to the side. I always like to do a test, grab a line. Okay, good. Because sometimes when you're putting them on the blocks, you'll get them off to the side. So if my head gets in the way, I apologize. So we're going to do one birthday, because I do have a birthday coming up. And these, I'm just going to leave blank. And that's because I'd like to have blank cards sitting around. Oh, and you can see up here at the top, I got some ink. So this little mono sand eraser, we're going to see if we can, if it hasn't soaked into the cardstock. Might be able to get that off. Didn't go too deep. Good. Perfect. There's just a hint of it. That's another thing that I just absolutely love. So there's our birthday one. And again, for the front, you can use whatever sentiment you have on hand. One of my current favorites is this Happy Birthday from Artistically Inked. It's just this happy birthday right here. And we're going to do that in Memento. And since it's got adhesive on the back, I didn't want it to stick to this paper. Our little silicone mats, adhesive glues that comes up from all of them. And again, I'm going to test this guy out. Make sure I have them on the block straight. Perfect. And I'm just putting the happy birthday down here at the bottom. Great. Awesome. It is straight. Okay. Oh, the birds. The birds, the birds, the birds. This is for the birds. So, from that on the horizon, this is the birds. Just make sure you have them oriented correctly. I had one earlier this week where it was upside down. Perfect. Look at that. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love this scene. Just get all the birds done. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, close this guy up. We don't need him anymore at the moment. And we're going to put our single card together. And now I have fronts. Oops, let's take that adhesive off of this little guy. So I have card fronts and inserts for 3 cards. So I'm not going to put those together. I'm just going to put them with their bases. And I have a Pool Party and Coastal Cabana. And what I'll do is I'll just slide this together so that when I need a card, I can just finish stamping the sentiment and put it all together. Put some embellishments on it and I'm good to go. That way, if I'm rushed for time, you know, Mom's got stuff going on. She's had a lot of doctor appointments here recently, so not bad stuff, just lots of doctor appointments. That way, if I get behind in cards for family and friends, it's all taken care of. So I'm going to use the multi-purpose glue, and I thought on the front I might do, I really like the frame of the black. It just makes that whole thing pop against this Coastal Cabana. What do you think? I think that's just absolutely beautiful. So let's go ahead and do that. So green glue, and again, I probably said it before, I'll say it again, I keep saying it. It took me a long time to figure out you really don't need a lot of glue. This stuff really sticks. And I like using the green glue because you can get it down and then you can move it around just a little. Yep, look at that. Perfect. Make sure. Okay. Oops, I'm too far down in the frame. Sorry. Make sure that's straight. Perfect. And you know what? I'm going to do the same thing on the inside. Beautiful. It just, I love that black outline against this cardstock. And on the front, oop, that's a lot of glue. If you don't want to stamp directly on the bottom, you can create a tag and pop it up with dimensionals. That would be really, really pretty. And we are going to add a couple little gemstones. The mini catalog has these little pebbles that are just so cute. And they just add a little bit of something something to the front of an Oceanfront card. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? How that just pops, that black just pops it right off the page. Oh, love it. Okay, let's get that closed up. So these are the enamel pebbles, and they come in a couple different colors. I think this is a smoky slate, gray granite, and I'm not quite sure what, that's one of the browns. Oh, Oh, that might be soft suede. I'm not 100% sure on that color. So let me get my pick tool. And we're going to use one of these little gray guys. And this little pick tool, trying to pick that up. I'm just going to pop it right in there. And then I'm going to put one up here. Let's use this guy. These are really stuck. Oh no, I did that yesterday. There. Okay. And he looks kind of lonely up there, so let's get one of these little guys. Yeah, they don't want to come off. Put one right there in front of it. There. Okay. What do you think? Awesome. Well, I thank you for joining me today. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. Down in the comments below, I will have my contact information as well as a link to all the different supplies that I used to make these 4, well, finished one of the 4, but I have 3 that I can make when I have an occasion. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and click the notifications to all so that next time I post a video you will get notification. So you have a great Thursday and I will see you next week.